Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, and today I am going to talk about psychotherapy and Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. Whenever we are in depression, whenever we are in anxiety or bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, at that time we need a psychotherapist and we need a psychotherapy. So how psychotherapy related with Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and in the situation of Arjuna, Lord Krishna gave a psychotherapy to Arjuna in order to make him understand about that all things are not important, and you are on mourning for whatever you are mourning for only those things which are not worthy. So we just have to understand these things. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Mahaprabhupada from ISKCON temple. And I would have to say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is neither religious book nor spiritual book, but in true sense pure book of science and humanity. And I am trying to propagate humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempted to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's get into how to overcome from the anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, like neuropsychological disorder or mental disorder. So let's get into. First we just have to understand what is psychotherapy. Psychotherapy, depression is like a depressive disorder and third most common illness globally. Depression, schizophrenia, anxiety is like a mental perception. It's all about the sense of the perception. If something will happen according to us, then we will never get a depression. If we are not having any expectation with our work, with our deeds, at that time we will never get into the depression. If something will not happen as per our expectation, as per our desire, then we will get a depression. So frustration is the initial stage of the depression. Whenever we get a frustration, we would have a strong urge to complete that particular things, to get a particular thing, strong urge to get the particular person. So however, after that strong urge, if we are not able to get the particular person or particular things, then we will surely get into the depression. And key features of the illness, depression, the key features of the illness is a hereditary disorder. Depression is something like a hereditary disorder, but most of the times it has hereditary disorder, but in many cases it's not hereditary disorder. Female are more affected than males. In depression like a situation, female are more affected than males. In a depression, female are more affected as compared to male. And severe depression can lead to the suicide. Severe depression can lead toward the suicide. And depression can happen even when a person appears normal and is functional normally. And depression can happen however the particular person is appear and behaving with normal. Whether the particular person is in depression or not, we are not able to understand. We are not able to come to know, because in this condition the particular person behave normally, but something is going in his mind and we are not able to read the particular person mind. And desire is always born in our mind. However, I would have a all the desire, I would have a wish to complete your desire, but I am not able to complete your desire because desire took a birth in your mind, and however I am not able to read your mind. So this is a sequence we just have to understand. And there are two kind of the depression and anxiety. It's like exogenous and depression which occurs due to the presence of the external circumstances. Exogenous means external circumstances, and endogenous means internal circumstances. And external circumstances which are example death of the loved one, financial issue and adjustment problem. Financial issue, death of our loved one, and also financial issue, these all factors are externally affected of our depression. And exogenous like absence of the any external reason or internal reason. One morning a person is fine, and another morning he wakes up depressed. Endogenous depression occurs due to the deficiency of the serotonin is a neurotransmitter, and whenever it has lacked of, it has not produced properly. At that time the particular person is getting a disorder, serotonin. Signs and symptoms of depression and anxiety, this kind of neuropsychological disorder. The sadness of mood, the mood sadness, this is the first symptoms. Not enjoying the activity that were previously enjoyable, and going for outing and watching the cricket match and shopping, going household chores. And lethargy and laziness, that particular person is lethargy and also laziness. And irritability and change in the behavior, crying the spells, the particular person is crying for small things. So this is also symptoms of depression. And excessive thoughts that a person is unable to control, there should be excessive thoughts, and the out of the particular person thought, the particular person thinks, a particular person is doubting for each and everything. The particular person thinks someone is making a conspiracy against the particular person. If the particular person is in depression, that particular person is doubting on each and every person. If someone is talking about some other thing, then the particular person thinks that person must be talked about me. So this kind of the thoughts is only coming in our mind because of the depression. And thoughts of dying and suicide attempts, thoughts of the dying and suicide attempts, body pain in a various reason, headache, body ache, etc. And guilt filled, the particular person who is in depression, that particular person would have a guilt filled. And diagnosis about the clinical signs and symptoms, blood panel is usually done detect the condition like a hypothyroidism, which can be a cause of the depression. Hypothyroidism is a cause of the depression. And severity of the depression is mapped using the structure scales and a Hamilton depression's rating scale. Hamilton depression is a rating scale. Psychotherapy, medication. Psychotherapy is a counseling play and vital role in treating the patients with the depression, especially those exogenous depressions. Please refers to our dedicated psychotherapist is something like that. Psychotherapy is required. And Lord Krishna worked as a psychotherapy. Lord Krishna, when Arjuna mourned for those things which were not worth for mourning, at that time Lord Krishna asked to Arjuna, Lord Krishna here stated, why are you mourning for anything? These all are not worthy. Arjuna here pulled down his weapons and asked to Lord Krishna, Madhav, please exclude me from this particular warfare. I am not able to fight this particular warfare. At that time, Lord Krishna stated, Hatva praptasya swargam, chitva poksishyami mahima, tasmad uttishta kanteha, yuddham kuru nishaya. Hatva praptasya swargam, हत्वा प्राप्तस्य स्वर्गम चित्वा भोक्ष्यामि महिमा तस्माद उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धम कुरु निश्चय. इसीलिए उठो पार्थ और युद्ध करो. हत्वा प्राप्तस्य स्वर्गम, if you die in this particular warfare, then you will get a heaven like a planet. And if you win over, if you conquer this battle, then you will have a heaven like a kingdom of Kauravas. So why are you mourning for anything? You just have to stand up and also perform your prescribed duty. Lord Krishna here stated, our desire and our expectations are only and only cause of our depression. Whenever we are in depression, we are thinking something is going on against our expectations. Lord Krishna here said, Dhyaito Vishana Punsa संघर्षे तो पजायते संघात संजायते कामा कामा तो क्रोधो भिंजायते क्रोधात भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात स्मृति वीरवम स्मृति हिंसात बुद्धि नाशो बुद्धि नाशात प्रणश्यति. कि फल की आशा से कामना प्रकट होती है और कामना का स्वभाव है असंतुष्टि. असंतोष के कारण क्रोध जन्म लेता है, क्रोध के कारण मोह जन्म लेता है, मोह के कारण व्यक्ति आचार और व्यवहार का ज्ञान ही भूल जाता है, ज्ञान के जाने से बुद्धि चली जाती है, बुद्धि के चले जाने से अनुचित प्रकार के कार्य होने लगते हैं और अंत में ऐसे व्यक्ति का पूर्ण रूप से पतन हो जाता है. सो अवर एक्सपेक्टेशन एंड अवर डिजायर, दे ऑल आर मेन कॉज ऑफ अवर डिप्रेशन एंड अवर एंग्जाइटी. एंड लॉर्ड कृष्णा वर्कड एज अ साइकोथेरापिस्ट and he answered all the question of Arjuna. He eradicated all the pains of Arjuna. He eradicated all the grievances of Arjuna. Lord Krishna here stated, Atva praptasya swargam jitva pokshami mahima. For sake of fighting, you just have to fight this war. Because if you are not fighting of this war, then as a Kshatriya, you have to protect the people. and people will definitely slander you, people will definitely criticize you, and criticism is rather greater than death, and people would like to kill himself before getting any kind of criticism. So you just have to understand these things, and you just have to fight this war. Lord Krishna worked as a psychotherapist, and this is the quality of psychotherapist. Just he has to understand what kind of problem the particular patient has. If the particular Lord Krishna asked to Arjuna in the first chapter, end of the first chapter and beginning of the second chapter, Arjuna spoken all the grievances of whatever he had. And at the time, Lord Krishna listened very carefully. As a communicator, we just have to understand the problem. We just have to be a good listener like Lord Krishna. Without to be a good listener, we are not able to solve anybody's problem. So we just have to understand, as a psychotherapist, we just have to be a good listener, and we just have to understand whatever problem the particular person has, and after understand the particular problem, we just have to try to resolve. And Lord Krishna gave all the slogans of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, or the slokas, make him understand all the slokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna here make Arjuna understand the principle of Karma Yoga, principle of Sankhya Yoga, principle of Jnana Yoga, and principle of Bhakti Yoga. And after getting understanding of all such a things, Arjuna here stated, Nashtamoho smriti labdha tat prasadam Krishna. Nashtamoho smriti labdha tat prasadam Krishna. Gata sandeh stitasam gata sandeha karishya vachanam taha. Stitasam gata sandeha karishya vachanam taha. As a psychotherapist, Lord Krishna worked, he performed his duty and tried to bring out Arjuna from all kind of painful things, all kind of depression like condition. So Lord here, after listening of entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, here Arjuna stated, Nashtamoho smriti labdha tat prasadam Krishna स्थितसम गत संदेह करिष्य वचनम तवा. मीन्स जो मेरे अंदर मोह था उसका नाश हो गया. नष्ट मोह स्मृति लब्धा, जो मेरी स्मृति चली गई थी वो वापस आ गई. नष्ट मोह स्मृति लब्धा तत्प्रसादम कृष्ण, एक केवल आपकी कृपा से कृष्णा हो पाया है. अगर कोई हमें सिखाता है ना, अगर कोई हमें ज्ञान देता है, कोई हमें डिप्रेशन, कोई हमें हेल्प करता है ना, तो हमें उनका ऑलवेज आभार कृतज्ञ बनना चाहिए, हमें उनका थैंकफुल होना चाहिए. एंड थैंकफुल बिहेवियर से ही हम अपने आत्मा को शुद्धिकरण कर सकते हैं. नष्ट मोह स्मृति लब्धा तत्प्रसादम कृष्ण गत स्थितसम गत संदेह, मेरी जो मति विचलित हो गई थी स्थिर हो गई, मेरा संदेह नाश हो गया है. करिष्य वचनम तवा, लॉर्ड कृष्ण आप जो बोलोगे ऐसा मैं कर दूंगा. हियर स्टेटेड, लॉर्ड कृष्ण आप जो भी बोलोगे ऐसा कर दूंगा. हियर मतलब लास्ट वर्स ऑफ श्रीमद् भागवत गीता, यहाँ पे लॉर्ड कृष्णा कहते हैं, जो लोग लॉर्ड कृष्णा को भागवत गीता को पढ़ते, लॉर्ड कृष्णा के बारे में जानते हैं, वो कभी डिप्रेशन जैसी सिचुएशन में नहीं आएंगे. यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णा यत्र पार्थाधनुर्धरा तत्र श्री विजयो भूतिर ध्रुवानितिर्मतिर्मम. मीन्स यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णा, wherever there is a Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, wherever there is a supreme archer Arjuna, and wherever there is a there is a conversation of between Lord Krishna and supreme archer Arjuna, whenever you read, whenever you understood, at that time you will surely get Lakshmi or supreme affluence, Lakshmi, the supreme wealth, supreme affluence, victory, and also the moral and values. This is my opinion. This is stated by Sanjay. And the particular person who has followed Srimad Bhagavad Gita will never ever get into fall down into the depression like condition. I hope you all can understand. This is all about psychotherapy and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We all have to work like Lord Krishna as a psychotherapist. Whenever we are seeing the people in depression, we just have to understand that people would have some kind of people would have to get some kind of would have to got some kind of help from all of us. We just have to understand, try to bring out the people who are actually suffering from the depression like situation. I hope you all can understand. For having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.